Welcome to Coffee, Calm and Connection Bite Size, where we deliver key takeaways from our full interviews on current topics from mental health experts.
Some of the roles in your recent experience have been sales orientated. And you mentioned before when we were talking about one of them being sort of commission salary predominantly. I also know from our conversations and sort of time we've known each other that rather than sales, your comfort zone, maybe if I'm putting words into your mouth, tell me, is more client relationship rather than out and out new business sales. And I know that you've had some experiences where you've kind of moved from the relationship into the sales. And I just wondered how that had affected you as a person when you were in those periods.
Yeah, and you're quite right. One of my old bosses, he described me, and he put it quite, it's a quite well known phrase, but he put it like this. He described me as being a farmer, not a hunter. In I'm more of a nurturer of clients rather than a kind of go out and spear a client and drag it home by its hair. And I guess the effect that it had on me when I took a position in a kind of salesy sort of role, albeit it was it was like but not like working in the post office. I did it for a role because the role was available, and I thought and actually at the consort where we work together, the people there are very supportive and very. They gave me a lot of latitude in terms of what I did. It wasn't a cutthroat sales environment, but even so, I did find that stressful, and I felt more relaxed when I went back into a role where I was looking after clients and not so responsible for actually bringing clients in. Of course, but then we both know that was a false hope, because then Gallagher's then made me redundant because there wasn't enough income in my book, because the person who was going to retire didn't retire and took a lot of the business. So it came back to bite me, but yeah, I felt better about it. So
Yeah, feeling better about it. I get that 100%. How did it affect you when you were in the sales role before you were looking to leave? Like, did you find that your general persona was slightly different? Could you feel less at ease in yourself, or did you just kind of crack on?
no, I did. I think that one of the things that I've always found, and I think that's probably having a support system behind me, is that I've always found that I can, you mentioned about me being a positive person. I can be positive about anything. So in a position where I'm in a situation where I'm, maybe in a learning role or in an area where I'm not entirely comfortable. For example, going to networking events, which is something that I'm quite an introverted person. You might not think this, but I'm quite an introverted person, and I don't like going out networking. But I did it, and it was part of my role, and I forced myself to do it, and I became a different person when I was at a networking event to what I might be otherwise. So I kind of had a mask that I would wear when I was networking that would be different. And so similarly, when I was in a sales role, my mask was different to what my role would be if I was looking after clients. So I could slip between roles.
That's an interesting concept, because I think everybody masks to some extent in everyday life, and where I've seen before that sort of the mask stays in place permanently is where maybe some additional worries and anxieties come up. So yeah, I think that's an interesting concept.